Everyone's shopping at this time of the year. Oh my God, wait. I've made a terrible mistake. Hi everyone, it's me. Welcome to Bookmas Day 5. Today, we're actually going to get out of the house. We're actually leaving the house today. We're gonna do our last little cozy book shopping day of the year. Obviously, we all love book shopping here, and I feel like I haven't actually gone to the bookstore and taken you with me in a little while. So we're just gonna have a cozy morning today, looking at books, maybe picking up a couple of books. I actually don't really have an actual plan or a list of books I want to grab today, so it'll be fun just looking around, seeing what catches my eye. But all that being said, let's just get to the bookstore. It's already so busy. I came at opening time because I'm like, I get anxiety filming in public places, so I want it to be empty in here today. But I feel like because it's like holiday shopping season, everyone's shopping at this time of the year, even right when the store opens. How do we feel about these covers? I think they're kind of cool. They're definitely cooler than like the neon ones that I have. But interesting, actually, that these are now in the adult section of the store. I'm not in the YA section. The rest of the Grishaverse is in the YA section. But these are now in adult, the rebranded versions. Ooh, I've heard so many good things about this one. Is this a series though? I feel like it's a series. Oh my gosh, how gorgeous is this? I don't even know what this is about, but it just caught my eye. Oh my God, wait. This is by Sarah A. Parker, like When the Moon Hatched. Oh. This is When the Moon Hatched. This is a special edition of When the Moon Hatched. I literally had no idea. I just picked it off the shelf thinking it was really pretty. Little did I know, I've already read this book, but this is a beautiful edition. Oh my goodness. Okay, The Witcher series. What book do you start with? Like, what are the order of these? Like, is The Baptism of Fire the first book? That seems wrong. But why? Hold on, why are there only 2 Witcher books here, or 3? And what is this? The Witcher, the short stories. Oh, are these the 2 prequels you're supposed to read first? The Last Wish and The Sword of Destiny. Yeah, I feel like that sounds right. Why does it come in a set though? I feel like I want to do like a first page test to check out the writing style, but I can't because it's locked in a box set. God, there's so much cute cat book stuff. Like, these are bookends. Oh my God. Do I need them? Kind of. Okay, we have made it. safely back home. Not gonna lie, that started to get a little bit overwhelming by the end of that book shopping trip, just because when you're filming book shopping trips, you have so much extra stuff to carry, and especially in the winter when you're wearing like coats or jackets and hats and whatever, and then once you get into the bookstore, you have to take them off and carry them around with you. But we made it, and I am quite happy about my haul. So let's just go through what I picked up. I will also say, I actually didn't mean to do this, but my entire haul today is fantasy slash sci-fi. I promise you guys, I was actually looking for a little bit of a variety today, stepping into the bookstore, but any of the like general fictions, or even I had one romance on my like mental TBR as well. Any of the ones I tried to find were not there. And then I actually checked, I looked on there, they have like little computer things in store that you can search to see if like certain books are in stock or not, and I looked up some of the books that were non-fantasy that I wanted to grab, and they didn't have them. So they just happened to be really stocked on fantasy and sci-fi today. So that's what I grabbed. But we're gonna go over what I grabbed today. And then also I do have another little mini book haul from a separate like online book shopping order, because Book Outlet was also having this like Black Friday $7.99 fiction sale, and I can't pass up books that are only $7.99. So we'll go over that haul as well. But for the ones I picked up today, these first three were just mandatory books for me to pick up. These were actually like a goal of mine to pick up, the only like specific books that I wanted to pick up today. So of course, Iron Gold, Dark Age, and Lightbringer by Pierce Brown. These are the 3 books in Era 2 of the Red Rising series. I obviously just finished the first trilogy of Red Rising, and I really want to dive into phase 2 in the new year. So I am ready. I've got the rest of the books here available to read whenever I feel the urge to get back into these super emotional books. But I'm excited for these. I could have just picked up Iron Gold, but at this point I'm so convinced on this world that, you know, why not just pick up all of them? Because I already love the world so much. And then this one, Freya, you're really gonna love this one. I picked up Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. Oh, you know what? I've made a terrible mistake. I've made a terrible mistake. This isn't the one I was planning on picking up. Okay, well, I have this one on my physical TBR now, so I guess I'm into this world, because I meant to pick up, hold on, what is it called? I meant to pick up Clockwork Angel, because that's the first one in the Infernal Devices trilogy, and this one is the one interconnected to that world. The Last Hours trilogy, Chain of Gold is the first book in that one, but I can't read this one until I've read the other trilogy first. So I guess I'm really in it, because now I need to pick up the actual books that I meant to pick up by Cassandra Clare, and I need to read at least 3 books before diving into this one. But anyways, I have this one now. I love that it happened. I was trying to be so careful too. I was looking, because like all of these series have the book number, and I was like, I need to make sure to pick up book number 1, and then I saw the number 1 on the spine, and I was like, yep, this is the one that I need to pick up. And then I still messed up because I picked up the one in the wrong series. This is the problem. This is the problem, you guys, when universes are so big, like interconnected universes. Anyways, I have this on my physical TBR. This one I'm actually really excited about as well. So I picked up The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. This is a prequel to the Witcher series. So I've been talking a little bit about how I've been wanting to get into this series because I played the video game The Witcher 3, and I thought the fantasy world was just so fun, and I loved being immersed in that. And I've been really interested in seeing the canon story. I've been a little bit on the fence though, because ever since I mentioned it, I think a lot of you guys have told me you're a little torn about the writing style. I feel like some of you have really loved these books and some of you have really disliked them. And so it kind of made me a little hesitant to pick them up. So I first picked this up just to get a vibe, a feel of the writing style. But as I was walking around the bookstore and I was carrying it around, actually one of the employees who was working today saw this in my hand and was like, yes, that is such a good book. Like one of my favorite books ever. And that's always like, that always makes me feel so much better about like a book that I'm about to buy. You know, when you're holding loving it and someone, either an employee or just another customer, comes up to you and specifically tells you like, yes, buy that one, it's so good. It just like, I don't know, makes you feel better. So that was wonderful. And then because he mentioned this is like one of his favorite series, I just asked him to make sure. I was like, is this the right one to start with? Because the reading order in this series is a little bit confusing to me because there's a book 1 and there are so many box sets that come with just like books 1 to 4 or however long the series is. But then there are separate box sets that only come with the prequels. And then there are some people on the internet that always say like, no, you definitely need to start with the prequels. So I asked him which was the best to start with, and he said this one was perfect because it really builds the world for you. It gives you an introduction to it. And he said, I might be okay without reading this because I've played the game, but I think he said it was still probably the best place to start. So that's the last wish. I still can't believe I picked up Chain of Gold by accident. Freya's gonna be laughing at me. But then the last one I picked up today is the Jasad Heir by Sarah Hashem. This is a romantasy duology that I have heard really wonderful things about. It's about like some sort of an exiled princess, I believe, who has secret hidden magic, but she is, you know, in hiding, and the current rulers of the world are looking for her. So one day her magic gets exposed by accident, and then she's, you know, she's just on the run and she has to deal with people chasing her. So I've heard such good things about this. I think the world is Egyptian inspired, and I've been loving reading both romantasies and fantasies that are set in different worlds that are based in different cultures. I think that is just so much fun and so interesting to read. So I have the Jasad Heir. So those are all the books that I picked up today. And then for my little book outlet haul that I got a few days ago, I picked up The Foxwife by Yangtze Chu. This sounds really interesting. So this is another fantasy, but it's more of like a historical mythical fantasy, I think. We're set in the last years of the Qing Empire, and a courtesan is found frozen in a doorway. Her death is clouded by rumors of foxes luring people to their demise by transforming into beautiful women and handsome men. So I think we have this a little bit of a murder mystery situation, but with, you know, obviously fantasy, some magical realism, some like foxes turning into beautiful men or women to lure people. Like that just sounds wonderful to me. You guys know I love foxes. Like if you mention a fox, I'll be into it. This sounds wonderful. I also think it'll be a really good winter read just based on kind of the aesthetics. Obviously, we have a very snowy environment there. And then I also picked up for Freya, again, because Freya's been screaming at me to start this author, and I now have picked up 2 books that I like can't really start immediately. Actually, no, this one I can start immediately. But I picked up Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare as well. This is her first adult fantasy novel, and this starts out a new series that is not interconnected into her Shadowhunters universe. So this one is actually safe to start. And yeah, I picked this up at Book Outlet because it was $7.99 and it's a hardcover. Like, what is the original price of this? $39.99. This is a $40 book originally, and I picked it up for $8, which is absolutely incredible. Could not pass it up. I think a lot of you guys have also mentioned to me that I would love this one because there are a lot of complex characters. It also says here on the back, it says there's forbidden love, and like, I eat that up. So I'm excited to get into Swordcatcher. My plan was, because I picked this up, I was like, okay, I am like kickstarting my Cassandra Clare journey. I might as well pick up the first book in Infernal Devices because a lot of people said that was a good place to start. But then I picked up the wrong one. I can't believe I did that. But yeah, I guess I'll pick this one up first, just my first Cassandra Clare. I also picked up an entire trilogy. Sometimes that's a bold move, but I do already know that I love this author, and a lot of people who have read this author say that this trilogy is actually better than the duology that I already read by this author. So I picked up the entire, what is this series called? The Remnant Chronicles. So there's The Kiss of Deception, The Heart of Betrayal, and The Beauty of Darkness. These are by Mary E. Pearson, and these are interconnected with the Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves duology, which I read, I loved, and so I know I already love her writing, and so I just decided why not pick up the entire trilogy, and the entire trilogy was on Book Outlet for $7.99. So again, couldn't pass it up, and I think these books are really gorgeous. Like, whoever does the design on all of Mary E. Pearson books, applause to you because I love the look of them. The sprayed edges, I don't love so much because these feel a little bit chalky. These don't feel great, if I'm gonna be honest. So don't love these sprayed edges, but the outside covers of these books are wonderful, and I'm hoping what's inside is amazing as well. So that's a trilogy I picked up, and then the last one is actually another T. Kingfisher. So I picked up A Sorceress Comes to Call. You guys know, which one was the one I read? What was it called? It was 2 words. It was something and something. Hemlock and Silver. That's what I read. That was my first book from this author, and I was a little bit mixed on it. I enjoyed some parts of it, but as a whole, the book was a little bit boring to me, if I'm gonna be completely honest. It just wasn't what I was expecting. But a lot of you guys, after I read that book, mentioned that A Sorceress Comes to Call might be a little bit more up my alley. More of that like gothic story that I was looking for in Hemlock and Silver. So I picked up this one based on, honestly, your recommendation. This is actually another dark reimagining of a fairy tale. So this is a dark reimagining of the Brothers Grimm's The Goose Girl. It's rife with secrets, murder, and forbidden magic. And that sounds wonderful. So that is A Sorceress Comes to Call. And that is actually my entire book haul that I wanted to share with you guys today. I wanted to pick up a couple of other books, specifically some general fiction, but yeah, I don't know, the stock was just not there for general fiction today. I don't know what was going on. I also wanted to pick up another Marie Lu book because after reading Red City very recently, I just need more Marie Lu, and I saw a bunch of books from her there, and a lot of them I have had recommended from you guys, but I think the next Marie Lu I want to pick up is called Kingdom of Back or something like that. It's loosely based on this story of Mozart's sister and how she was actually very talented in music as well, but because she was the girl of the family, like she never really was able to actually like put her music out into the public as her own. So yeah, that book, The Kingdom of Back, follows her story, but with a magical realism twist. And I've heard that that one is so good. So I really, like, I don't know why I'm like dead set on having that as my next Marie Lu book, even though there are probably so many other books that I could pick up from her and I would still love. I wanted that one, and that one was not in store today. So I'll just have to continue looking for that one next time. But that being said, this was Bookmas Day 5. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please leave me a like and a comment. If you don't know what to comment down below, let me know out of this haul what you want to see me read next as a priority. If you like me, subscribe, do that bell thing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!